Okay, we are live now. Welcome to Ask Me Anything show. This is episode 45. And what I do here is I go live every Sunday night to answer your questions about Facebook advertising and digital marketing. So if this is the first time you see this video, welcome to my universe. And I understand that a lot of you actually watch the replay. So here is how it works, all right? I would actually gather all the questions that I receive on my YouTube channel as well as my Facebook group, and I will answer them on this Sunday, 9 AMA session, because I really can't go through the question and go, back and forth to answer you via the comment. So I figured this is the best way that we come together and to discuss. So if you're watching this, even if you're watching the replay, if you have any questions regarding Facebook advertising, feel free to type away in the comment, and I will actually go through them every Sunday night. So remember, if you ask the questions this week, like let's say, for example, if you figure out that you have a question tomorrow, so you post it on my Facebook group or my YouTube channel, and now you have to come back on the next, which is the coming Sunday, to listen to my reply. So that's how it works, right? But if I miss any of the questions, because I'm working with my team on this thing, on top of all the engagement that I'm actually handling right now. So if I miss anything, do remind me. Okay, so yeah, here, I have quite a number of questions. I think we have 7 questions received on various channels today. But nonetheless, if this is the first time you meet me, my name is Jason. I've been helping brands, big and small, navigating success on Facebook advertising since 2010. So I'm a Facebook Blueprint certified professional since 2017. I'm also a Facebook preferred marketing partner since, I think about a year ago. So so that's what I do. I've been helping brands since 2010. So over the years, I worked with more than 5,000 individuals from all around the world, like 20 over countries now, in terms of tackling the Facebook ads problems and how do we learn to get better at Facebook ads. So if you want to learn, you can actually go to my website to learn. I have quite a number of courses available, from a very basic kind of like fundamental kind of courses up to some complex one. But of course, I would strongly recommend that you follow my, free trainings that I'll be doing from time to time. Like I just announced, there is one free training that I just announced. When was that? I think I announced it about last week, so not long ago. So this is my latest so-called free training. It is happening on the 12th of October, which is 1 week plus from now. The next Tuesday is going to be this thing. So if you're selling, especially if you're an e-commerce seller, if you're selling on your own website, or if you're selling on your marketplaces like Shopee, Lazada, we all know that the year-end rush is really the most important battlefield that we need to win, right? Like we have 10/10 coming up, but I don't want to cover 10/10 because 10/10 comparatively is slightly more, subtle. Okay, because 9/9 is going to be the first one, and 10/10, 11/11, 12/12, as well as the year-end seasonal sale. These are all the important battlefield that we have to win, the battles that you have to conquer, because a lot of businesses actually depend on all these events, especially the year-end sales season, to actually secure the majority of their revenue. So if you need help, if you have been advertising on Facebook and all that, and you do not have a very solid strategy, you really need to attend this one. So the year-end sale is happening on the 11th of October at 8:30 p.m. This is the link. You should go and sign up and forward this to your friends. Whoever who need to learn this would definitely have to come over. So this is where we come over and we do this together. All right. So yeah, the year-end sale is the year-end sales strategy. This is a strategy that I've been using for my coaches, students, and clients for the past many years, because you cannot use the normal advertising method to run ads for these year-end sales, because we all know that there will be a lot of challenges, like the cost will be rising because more and more advertisers would actually pump in money at the same time, which is going to push the cost up. So how can you actually do this right in order to shelter through all the challenges that you're about to face? So you really need to learn this strategy. It's a proven strategy, learned and used and deployed by thousands of Facebook advertisers, especially e-commerce advertisers from all around the world. You really need to learn this. Okay, I'll see you on the 12th of October. But meanwhile, let me see. We have Beth here. What's up, Beth? Wait, let's see. Beth is here. Beth is watching on YouTube. Welcome in. Thanks for joining me. So while you're watching this live, if you have any Facebook ads related questions, type away. Because while I'm actually going through some of the questions that I received from you guys, once I'm done with this, I'll come back to answer your questions that actually being posted on the comment. So regardless if you are watching this on my Facebook group or the YouTube channel, just post them away. Okay. So we have 7 questions as I received in the last 1 week. So this is actually a question from one of my YouTube follower. Now, he's an artist and he has a verified page. I actually checked. He has a verified page with a blue tick. The verified page is only available for personals and personal brands right now. It's not really applicable for a brand page at the moment. So yeah, we stopped actually doing that. So, okay, you also have a verified business manager account, but you have a problem. You have some problem on your Facebook page. Now, you are actually not being very specific to tell me what are the problems available. But to be frank, let me say this. I do not specialize in Facebook page. I do not specialize in Facebook page, the content management, the Facebook page issue and all that. Now, a while ago, somebody actually from some like Ecuador or something actually talked to me to ask me about how can we actually do the monetization. So if this is your problem that you're facing right now, Facebook page problem is really not my specialization. I would suggest, since you have a verified business manager, you should actually talk to, if you have a verified business manager, it's actually very easy for you to raise a ticket with the Facebook support, the concierge service. So you can actually raise your concern with them and raise a ticket and see how you can actually work with them to resolve the problem. Because to be frank, if it's not Facebook ads related, I'm most likely not able to give you any viable solution. But nonetheless, all right, since we're actually doing this not anyway. So nonetheless, if you still want to talk to me, you can actually go to my website and look for the one-on-one coaching. You can actually, it's a paid coaching anyway. So for any reason you want to talk to me, actually, you can go through that. I do not, seriously, if you want to do that, then you have to go and book a coaching call with me. And then we can actually go through, a meaningful discussion. You have to be very specific about the problem that you're solving. Okay, so if you have a Facebook page problem, the best way is really to talk to the concierge service, and they'll be able to offer you whatever solution that they are able to help you with. Okay, so that's that. All right, so that's the question, the first question. And the second one is coming from, this is a very interesting comment that I received on my YouTube channel, because on the topic of this video, we were actually discussing whether, the Facebook marketing expert, are they legit? Because a lot of you probably have received some emails from Facebook saying that, hey, I'm a Facebook marketing expert and I observed that you have been running ads. I would like to schedule a call with you to give you some recommendations about your campaign and all that. Now, most of the time, I actually kind of like heard from someone else that, even the marketing expert can be some scam, because you see, very simple. If they're only asking to have a call with you to give you recommendations, I think they are legit. And usually you can see all the emails or whatever scheduling directly from the facebook.com domain. So that should be right. Now, on the other hand, I actually spotted somebody actually raised it to me saying that if they are offering something like free advertising, coaching, and all this kind of thing, then definitely they are not directly from Facebook, because the Facebook marketing expert is going to give you suggestions and advice for a period of time. Now, coaching wise, somebody actually told me that they were being offered like 20 times Facebook coaching or something like that. I do not know what the hell is that, right? But that is shitty. But this one is legit. Now, this is Ken. Ken, obviously, I'm not sure whether this is the real name. Ken is actually a marketing expert from Facebook. And he said, they were saying, he's saying that, he learned a lot of things, from all the discussions with all the clients and advertisers and all that. I think he pointed something right. To be frank, the marketing expert doesn't really offer promise. It's more like based on whatever they learn about your campaign and whatever they learn from whatever training they are going through, they're offering you some different angle of looking at it. Like, to be frank, recently one of my coaches reported something very interesting, because recently Facebook has been pushing heavily on the audience targeting, the detailed targeting expansion. Meaning that, they will always encourage you to go expansion to reach more people. Hopefully, we can actually get better audiences and all that. I was told by my coachee that actually gotten very good result from that one. So you should actually take a look at that angles. But nonetheless, I would say, even as I mean, as you know, as for me, I've been running ads for a really long time. I would say every time I talk to the marketing expert, I learn something interesting. I may not agree with them entirely, but I think it's more like, we don't know what we don't know, you see. My good friend Manfred always like to actually quote this. This is one of his favorite quote. He said, really, a lot of times we thought that we know everything, but to be frank, the thing, especially Facebook advertising, is a fast changing topic. I think it's not harmful to listen to more different perspective kind of thing. So thank you, Ken, for dropping by. And according to Ken, who is a Facebook marketing expert, he said they are legit, by the way. So yeah. So that's Ken, okay? Thank you for dropping by. And that's the second topic. And the third one is, okay, now, this is an email that I received because, yeah, there are some open-ended loose ends that you can still drop me some inquiry email and all that, but it's not directly coming to me, but my team posted this to me. So this email that I received says that, he's interested in learning CPaaS and how do you learn. And you have a shop on Lazada, but it's still new. It's only 3 months old. You want to boost your sales. Can you help? Okay, definitely I can help. There are many ways. Now, first thing first, if you're selling on Lazada or Shopee and you're new, you probably can't get CPaaS easily because CPaaS is only available for those who have been selling at least for a while. Even though now I was told that Shopee is opening up for more people to apply for CPaaS access, but nonetheless, I think you still need to fulfill some criteria. So if you have a new store, relatively, I think what is more important is about driving sales, using whatever method that you can, and Facebook advertising being one of the best, so-called the traffic driver. It is very powerful. So you can actually go to my website and learn from my Facebook ads for Shopee store. There is a course that I actually recorded. It's a recorded one, and you can actually sign up and learn. You can watch the video as many times as you want, and it's a lifetime access to the course anyway. And as and when I have new updates, I'll be updating on that. Yeah. But if you've gotten your CPaaS access and you sort of want to get started, the course also provides some insights and steps in order to help you really master the CPaaS training. But there are a few angles to look at this, right? I actually conducted another training the other day. The topic is the beginner's guide to CPaaS. That is something that you can consider watching. It's a free one. It's available on my YouTube channel. Go search for it, the beginner's guide to CPaaS. But on the other hand, if you're watching this, right, I'm not sure whether you're here today, this is another angle that you should try, because in the year-end sales strategy, I would touch base about how can you use CPaaS to run ads for your year-end sale. So the year-end sales strategy is a 1 hour plus training that I'll be conducting on the 12th of October live. If you actually are watching the replay of this, then probably after the date, then you probably missed it already. I would only come back maybe next year. I don't know. And I don't keep the replay. It won't be posted on my YouTube channel anyway. So I'll discuss the Facebook ad strategy for year-end sale, like 11/11, 12/12, and the year-end sale. So if you're selling on e-commerce, if you're an e-commerce business, if you're selling on your own website, or if you're selling on marketplace like Lazada and Shopee, you really need to attend this. It's a free one, by the way. And of course, if you are watching now, I would strongly recommend that you go and register for this one and spread to all your friends who are selling, who are e-commerce sellers. They really need to learn this, right? But nonetheless, yeah, you can actually go to my website and sign up for my Facebook ads for Shopee store course and learn that. That's what I have for you. Okay, now, then we have another question coming from LB Vents Ltd. So this is a very interesting question. So he was asking, because the topic was about what if you can't get verified? So this is the problem that he's facing. If you verify your business in Business Manager and the account got restricted, can you then verify another BM with the same business details? This is a very interesting question. I have never tried this before, but let me put it this way. I think the Business Manager is tied to domain. You get what I mean? Like tribeupacademy.com is a domain that is tied to my Business Manager. I've already used it to verify my business under the domain and all that. you can actually use the same. I mean, but my company name is Travel Academy, right? So let's say if my touchwood, if my business manager got restricted, okay. On the other hand, if a business manager got restricted, if I want to have a new business manager and I want to verify my business with it, I technically, if I'm not mistaken, Facebook do not track. As long as you have a valid business registration, they will let it go through. I doubt if they actually cross-check if the business name has been registered. But technically, if they do, then you can't. But nonetheless, you can't use back the same domain. I think the domain is the one that is really deeply tied to the business manager level. Because if you want to set up a new business manager with the same domain, let's say travelacademy.com, and let's say Jason at travelacademy.com. If I want to use it, the same domain and same email, even like abc at travelacademy.com, I use that email to register another business manager, I can't, because it's really being triggered by the domain that is being registered with one of our existing verified business managers. So yeah, if you can try using the same business registration information, but you need to definitely have a new domain for that if you want to try this thing. I think it's quite interesting. I would say, please go and try and let me know the outcome. I would like to know what is kind of like really working for you. But I doubt, seriously, because Facebook can be quite intelligent in terms of spotting all these similarities in stuff. But let me know, okay? All right, so I have another question coming, because this is a topic discussing about how to publish Facebook advertisement to Facebook page. And some guy, Hakar, is asking, can you actually do the same for Instagram? According to what I know, I think this is not possible at the moment, but I could be wrong, because to be frank, I'm not a content expert on not so much on Instagram and Facebook as well. I'm only an advertising expert. But as far as I know, I don't think you can publish an advertisement as an Instagram post. Yeah, I think you need to publish it separately as another post. That's according to what I know. Publishing the Facebook page is that definitely possible, but publishing the Instagram account, I don't think you can, but I could be wrong. So if you're watching this, if you found this, if you have any other solution to this thing, you can let me know. I would definitely be very happy to feature your suggestions or your whatever recommendation. I think this is a very interesting one. Yeah, but as far as I know, I don't think you can publish a Facebook ad to your Instagram post and carry all the likes and comments and everything with it. But Facebook page you can, which I already show you how. If you need help, if you don't know how to do this, go to this link, how to publish Facebook ad to Facebook page. Search for this video on my channel, and I'll give you a very detailed walkthrough on how to do this. So that's that. Okay, so thanks for the question, Hakan. And we have another one coming from Chun Sing. Okay, sorry. So the video is talking about how to set up CPAS for Shopee and Lazada. So Chun Sing is asking, you click on the accept CPAS, it stopped at terms and condition with, you don't find any click of it, you have no idea what's the next step. Can you teach me? Okay. Now, if you have kind of like gotten started, which means you probably have got CPAS access. Now, you should actually look for Shopee to check what is happening. Yeah, because according to what we know, because I actually only did the onboarding once together with my coachee, I think it's about a couple of years ago. And then after that, all my coachees just gotten started with their own CPAS success. The moment they got it, they just work with Shopee or Lazada to set up everything. And I do not involve in the whole process. I do not know how much have changed. But I think if you have come to the stage where you can already click to accept CPAS access, then I think everything is good. You stop at terms and condition, then probably you have to check. Probably there will be a place that you need to scroll down to the end and you need to check. They say that you agree to the terms and condition, then only you can proceed to the next step. I think it's part of that. But if you still can't find all these things to be done on the page that you're at, I would suggest that you talk to Shopee. It's time. I can't really help you. But if you want me to help you, you can. You can actually set up a one-on-one call with me. Just go to my website, look for coaching, and there are several coaching engagement that you can actually sign up, and we can actually have a quick chat to see how we can solve the problem. And of course, I will give you some recommendations about how to get started. But if you want to learn how to use CPAS, you can actually go and learn from my course, which is the Facebook Ads for Shopee store course. That covers the CPAS setup guide as well. Okay, but if you want to go deeper and say that, Jason, I want to work with you, can I? Yes, I have this Jumpstart program that you can actually sign up. But nonetheless, my Jumpstart is not opening for anyone who have not learned my strategy. So I would still recommend you go through my Facebook ads for Shopee. Then if you learn it and you still kind of like can't figure out to do this on your own, then you can actually make use of the Jumpstart program, which I will open from time to time, when you are in my universe. So yeah, Chun Sing, I hope I answer your question. Now, this is from Shane. Shane is asking. Shane is my student, and he enrolled in the Facebook ads for lead gen. So Shane is asking how to exclude foreigners to see your post and like your post. I mean, the easiest way to exclude people from anyone, exclude anyone from doing anything, is not to run ads, to be very frank. Because the moment you run ads, there will be some spillover. Even you actually, I mean, the easiest way, let me answer this question in a very, step by step. The first thing, you need to choose the right objective. Now, the moment you go for more specific objectives like lead gen, conversion, and all that, technically you will have very little chance to get these so-called foreigners or those people who are not the right audience to come and see your ad, because advertisement is actually being stuck. I mean, the moment you choose your objective, you choose your audience, simply put, okay? Now, the moment you choose your objective, right, you will actually greatly reduce the possibility of getting the wrong audience to come and like your post and comment on your post and do anything. So that's the first thing. Okay. Now the second thing is you can't really avoid anyway. Even if you, like, for example, when a lot of my coaches that run lead gen and whatnot, right? I would always say, if the percentage of all these wrong audiences is actually below 10%, then you have to live with it. You can't be 100%. Put it this way. Yeah, you have to learn how to let go this peace of mind. Facebook is like that. You can't avoid. You can't 100% rule out. So if you're just a bit, let's say out of 100 likes, you got about 2 to 3 of them. Out of 100 leads, you got about 3 to 4 of them are not the right one. Then we just let it go. Yeah, you can't be 100%. But if you really say that I cannot tolerate, I cannot see this, I cannot, don't run ads. That's my take. Okay, so Shane, I hope I answered your question. All right. Yeah, so let me see. I mean, these are all the questions that I received. Like I said, if you have any questions, you can post it on my YouTube channel as a comment or my Facebook group as a comment, and I will actually gather them and answer them in every Sunday night. That's what I do at 10 p.m. to answer your questions. Now, we have a couple of questions being posted in the comment section right now. So the first one is from Eloise. Hey, what's up, Eloise? So Eloise is asking, in order to build a good branding in social media, what would I think if we shall use Facebook business page or Facebook public figure page that is oriented with personal branding? Very good question. I can actually share from my personal experience, my personal experience, because like up to last year, 2020, I actually started my training company, the Tribe Academy, since 2016. In 2016, I started. I created a Facebook page. 2016 until 2019, I was largely advertising and positioning the whole company using Tribe Academy Facebook page. Now, Tribe Academy Facebook page, it was doing okay for me. We were actually growing and whatnot. But nonetheless, it has its pros and cons. But the moment I started building my own brand last year, I kind of open up different kind of possibilities. And a few things that I realized is people tend to, first thing first, instead of a company, when they see a person, it's a lot easier for people to kind of like, oh, okay, to build a kind of connection. And when you come out as a person, it's a lot easier for you to build your brand around it. Like, for example, when I started advertising as Jason Gunn, I can actually build a lot more visibilities around the brand. Like, I can go live, it's me. I can do all this. But nonetheless, if you take a step back and look at it, like if I go live under Tribe Academy as Jason Gunn, in a way, you can also build the correlation of both. But I would say it's a lot easier for people to build that kind of personal connection when you come out as a person. So that's what I did. Since last year, I was heavily positioned myself instead of my company, it is still the company. Like, Like just now I was saying that if you want to go and sign up for my courses, you have to go to tripupacademy.com. I didn't say jasongan.net or something like that, but it's very natural. But people tend to get emotionally connected to a human more than a brand. So that's what I think. Yeah. So up to now, I think I'm pretty comfortable being a brand myself. But of course, I would say this is definitely depending on the person. So if the personal brand or the person as the brand is really comfortable to get really visual and vocal like me out there, then I think it's perfectly good. It's a lot easier to build that kind of connection, to be frank. Like, yeah, it's so fun. But you have to understand the amount of work that gets into this. But nonetheless, yeah. If you ask me, I mean, the quick answer to this question that you have, I would say a person works better compared to a brand name in that case. Yeah, so that's my take. Thank you for the question, Eloise. And we have another question from Yes. Yes is asking, Shopee or Lazada? Is any better place than Shopify to sell? I try to understand this. You mean to ask, is it better to sell on Shopee or Lazada or selling on your own Shopify store? Is that what you mean? Now, if this is a question, I would say both has got its own pros and cons. All right. So is it like, for example, if you're selling on Marketplace, you definitely, the easiest part is it is already available. You don't need to go through the hassle of setting up your own store, like building your own website and all that. Immediately, you take advantage of all the facilities and features and everything ready. You just put up your product, set up listing, set up all these things, and you can start selling almost within days. That's the best part of it. And you don't even go through the hassle of doing the payment collection and all this because it's all done on the marketplace itself. But the downside would be, you're also selling in the marketplace. That means you're in a complete, perfect competition marketplace. Like if I come in and look for an item, immediately I know, I scroll further down, I'll be seeing all the other people who are selling the same product as you. So that's the challenge. You might have the challenge of you drive people to your site because you do not have a very strong product or page or whatever shop, and you don't have a very good list rating and all that. People may end up buying from other people. You get what I mean? So that's the downside of it. But the beauty of it is immediately you tap on the large database that they have, you can almost instantly start getting some sales coming in if you are already competitive enough. So if you are selling, if you're somebody who don't want to commit this kind of cost, then I would say that marketplace would be a very good place to start. But if you want to go to Shopify, which means you need to be ready that this is a long-term thing. The moment you go for Shopify or Site Giant or Easy Store or WooCommerce, this is like you're really building your own store. You're really building your own branding in a way. So all the other things like, the hosting, if you're Shopify, then you don't have the hosting issue. You need to buy your domain and, the payment gateway is pretty much there, but you still need to do your design. It's your own store. And then you need to do your listing and all this kind of thing. You need to manage your store. All right. So, and of course, you need to drive traffic to your store. Now, if you are relatively a new store that you don't have a lot of products and all that, and driving people to your store may not be able to get you that kind of conversion that you're imagining, to be very frank. I would say 90% of the e-commerce store that I work with kind of like do not perform really well. Not because people are not, buying online, it's just because, the strategy is a bit different when you're building your own store. But the beauty of it is you can actually take full control. You want different kind of design, you can. All right, you want to build your brand. So I would say rather than looking at which one works better, I would say both has got their own, pros and cons. But I would say rather I would go back to where are you right now. If you're totally new, you have no clue, and you don't have a lot of budget to play with, go to marketplace, at least gain some experience in selling first. When you're more ready, when you've already gotten some people who are already buying from you, you have your customer base, then you can gradually start building your store and you start introducing those people who have been buying from you to go to you on your Shopify store and all that. I think that's kind of like the strategy. I've actually worked with quite a number of coaches, like one of them being Purple Kane. When they started, right, marketplace seems to be a very important one. And then it was like marketplace, physical store, and online store. But we are very happy now to see that, the online store is now contributing a very high percentage of their total revenue right now. And it's more of like a balance mechanism. We don't look at which one works better. We want to look at what is the strategy behind, how do we connect all these things together. I think that's a more meaningful angle to look at it, right? So yeah, okay, yes. All right, thank you. Okay, now Elo is saying, yes, that's what you need. Okay, yes is saying, okay, that's what you need. All right, guys, thank you for participating. But remember, if you're watching this, if you see anyone among your friends who is selling on e-commerce, this is the free training. It's going to be on the 12th of October that I'm conducting to talk about how do you build your year-end sales strategy, which is critical. A lot of business depend on the year-end season to really rack in the maximum revenue. Some of them told me that, you know, the year-end is really like up to their 80% of their total revenue of the whole year. This is where you come in and really fight a very strong battle. And I'm going to give you the strategy that I've been using for my coaches, students, clients in the past many years. It's going to work. So join me. Okay, go to this link and sign up and share this to your friend. Invite anyone that you know that need to learn this to join me. All right, so that's all I have. Thank you so much. I'll see you next Sunday night at 10 p.m. Post your questions. See you next week. Good night. Bye-bye.